Neil, first of all, Tuesday's game at Brentford is what we've come to expect from the Championship, a real tough encounter. How pleasing was it to come out with 3 points?
Yeah, very pleasing. Different test than some of the other games we've had. Obviously, we've come up against teams that try and play direct, teams that play. Brentford, they do try and play in the final third, but they applied a lot of pressure to us all over the park, which is again a different challenge. And as I said afterwards, I thought for the first 30 minutes we were quite comfortable. Just the last 15 minutes of the first half, Brentford stepped it up and put us under pressure. But those are the tests you get, as we said. You know, it was a really tight environment. The crowd were right on top of us. You know, the atmosphere was excellent, and they do put you under pressure. And you can see why they started the season so well. I just felt that, you know, if we kept a shape and a professionalism and got a foot on the ball, then our quality would open Brentford up, and so it proved. And again, ultimately, 3-0, fantastic result. We're delighted with that.
And some good news following that concerning the player who scored the first goal. Alex Tettey has signed a new contract.
Yeah, Alex, delighted that he has. You know, he was one of those on 1 year left, and we all know how well he started the season. Him and Bradley in midfield have been excellent for us. So it was key that we got Alex to pledge his future to the club, and obviously in midweek we were delighted when he did.
Fitness update ahead of the weekend. How do you rate Russell Martin's chances of getting into the Birmingham game?
Yeah, Russ seemed better yesterday. I've not seen him today. He was confident that he'd be okay for Saturday. Players always are. You always know. You never get a player that sort of said, "I've got no chance." But I think that's a good thing. You like that positive sort of attitude. We'll have to wait and see. We've got 48 hours before we need to really pick a team. So anyone with any knocks will be given that time, as we said.
Any others from Tuesday?
Yeah, Wes had a little bit of a knock on his ankle. We'll have a look at him today. But other than that, I think everyone came through pretty unscathed. So again, really pleased.
The under-21s play here on Friday against Leicester. You said Gary Hooper and Jonny Howson might have a chance. Is there any further update on that and playing in that game? Yeah,
they're both playing that, and Iggy will play, Igansi Miquel will play as well, just to get some minutes under the belt. It's important, I think, that we certainly make sure we monitor the minutes or lack of minutes that anybody hasn't played. Of course, the Shrewsbury game is coming up, and I'll look to maybe bring one or two into that game. So but it'd be great to particularly have John and Gary back in competitive action, and obviously Iggy with his first real taste of action in a competitive game for us. So those three will start on Friday.
And Birmingham at Carrow Road on Saturday. I'm sure it's about keeping the run going, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's making sure that we don't undo the good work. 2 tough away games, 6 points, fantastic return for us. But we have to underline that now with more points and more victories. So again, Birmingham, tough outfit, but we're confident going into it that we can keep this run going.
That's the thing about this league, there's no time to sort of rest on your laurels, is there?
Yeah, Saturday, Tuesday, seemingly every week now, and I think it's been like that for three weeks, or would have been. You know, at the end of this next period we've got before the international break, and that was one of the reasons we said, you know, we need to make sure we've got strength in depth, make sure players are competing for places, but ultimately, if anyone does pick a knock-up or two, that we're still able to field a really competitive team. So it's a big test for us. It's a big test for the players physically as well, but so far so good.
Birmingham have had a difficult couple of years, it's fair to say, but you don't underestimate any opponent, do you?
Well, I think you do at your peril. We'll research them, we'll give them every respect, the same as we will every other team in the division. But as we always say, it is about us. We always feel if we're playing at the top of a game with the right sort of approach and the quality will shine through, then we're more than capable of beating any team in the division. So we're only too well aware as well, if we don't play to our capabilities, and I'm talking about probably first 45 minutes at Cardiff, that's what can happen, and Birmingham will do that to us if we allow it to. So we just have to make sure it's about us and we're at it.
I know you're always looking for improvement. Half-time lead, is that something you're sort of going to try and drum into the boys?
Yeah, it'd be good. Again, on Tuesday night, I wasn't too concerned at all with that. Of course, you want to go into the half-times winning games, but we have to be careful that we don't try and force that and then end up going in at half-time losing because we've overcommitted. And people know my philosophy is an attacking philosophy, but you've got to make sure you're solid and strong, and there's no risk of losing games before you've won it in the manner there was at Cardiff. Like I said, that's why that first 45 minutes wasn't good enough, because we left ourselves exposed, we didn't defend properly, and in that sort of case, if you then go and try and chase the game, we could have gone in 3 or 4 down against Cardiff. Of course, it would be good to go in at half time in front, but as long as we do things the right way and our way, then I feel we'll be confident that we can pick up victories and points.
And it's at that stage of the season now where the table is sort of starting to take shape. Nottingham Forest knocked us off the top again last night, but you must be really delighted, and a win on Saturday would firmly keep us at the top there, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was a roller coaster last night watching the Forest game. 2-0 up, you think, oh, are they going to cruise it? And then, to the credit Fulham, they came back 3-2, and you're thinking brilliant. We're gonna maintain top spot, but they won the game, and like I say, there's nothing we can do about that. We just have to make sure we keep trying to overtake them and eventually keep them off top spot, and that means beating Birmingham on Saturday.
Some managers say they never look at the table. Are you one of them, or are you someone who keeps a keen eye on it?
Any manager says he doesn't look at the table's lying to you. Otherwise, you ask a question, how do you feel, what are you doing in the league? And the answer would be, I don't really know, where are we in the league? You wouldn't look too clever, would you? So it's the emphasis I think you place on it. We know the league table, but as I say, there's nothing we can do about the league table other than make sure we win games and put ourselves as high as we possibly can, and that'll always be the priority and the target.